Hi, my name is Doug. Today I present about the iceberg theory.
Hi, I am Mary. I am his mom, and this is his father. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Lisbeth. I'm his friend.
Uh, have you ever felt cause conflicted between doing what you want and what you should to do? Maybe part of you want to stay in bed, but another part tells you need to get up and go to class. Few believe this every conflict comes from deep psychological force inside us, force we don't always see or understand. That idea is led him to create the famous iceberg theory. As a psychology major who has studied field theory psychologically and continues to study them at University at Georgia, I spent a lot of time researching in his work through credible academic sources like Simply Psychology, Variable Mind, and Britannica. Today I want to share with you how Freud believed our mind works and how the unconscious influence our behavior. The purpose of this bit is to inform you iceberg theory and how ED, ego, and superego shape our thoughts, emotion, and action. The purpose of this bit is to perform you about. Oh, sorry. I will explain three main things. First, who Sigmund Freud was. Second, the ED, ego, and superego are. Third, how the iceberg theory helps us understand conscious and unconscious mind. Let's start by looking at who Sigmund Freud was and why he matters. Sigmund Freud was born in 1856 and was an Australian who later became known as the father of psychoanalysis. According to Britannica, Freud believed that human behavior is largely influenced by unconscious mind, thoughts and memories we are unaware of but that still affect us. Freud developed first form of talk therapy, where patients share their feelings to uncover hidden emotions. This method transformed mental health treatment became the foundation of modern therapy and counseling. Whether people agree or disagree with Freud's idea, there is no question he's changed psychology forever. Now we know who Freud was. Let's talk about his famous concept, the three part of personality. Freud believed that personality is made up of three interacting parts. The id is our instinctive, primitive side. It's open on what Freud called pleasure principle, meaning is seeking immediate satisfaction. For example, if you're hungry, the id want to eat right now. It doesn't care about rules or consequence. The ego is the rational part. It's open based on the reality principle, meaning it tries to find a realistic way to satisfy the id while considering rules, responsibility, and consequence. The superego represents our morals, values, and sense of right and wrong. It's like the voice in your head that says, you know you shouldn't do that. These three parts are constantly interacting and often conflicting. For example, the id wants instant pleasures, the superego wants perfection and morality, and the ego tries to negotiate between the two we can function in every day. Now we understand these three parts. Let's connect them to iceberg theory. Freud compared the mind to an iceberg. Only a small part of an iceberg is visible above the water. This represented the conscious mind, but most of the iceberg is hidden beneath and surface, like unconscious mind, which contains our fears, desires, and forgotten memories. Here, how three personality is partly fit into the iceberg. The id is completely unconscious. The ego works in both conscious and unconscious level. The superego also operates in both areas. Freud also explained that the mind uses defense mechanism like repression or denial to protect us from stress or anxiety. According to very well mind, this mechanism help to ego handle conflict between our desire and morals. Now we are explain Freud backgrounds, the three part of personality and the iceberg theory. Let's grab everything out. In today we learn about who Sigmund Freud was, the id, ego and superego work, and why the iceberg theory is still one of the most famous ideas in psychology. Phil once said, "No mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he tethers with his fingertips." This reminds us that even when we don't say things out loud, our unconscious mind still picks through our actions, habit, and behavior. So next time if you feel conflicted between what you want or what you should do, remember your iceberg is at work beneath the surface. Thank you for watching.